Hey guys, welcome to the adventures. Welcome to my kitchen. So first, for you notice that I'm sitting on a couch, and that makes it really convenient for the kitchen table. You guys, so let's start off at the kitchen table. That's the Lagoon table, and it's really nice. It swivels, it pivots. First, I'll start off how we use it in this position. So I can either use it as a prep counter for cooking while we're parked, or for the sink. And so you notice that I took off the cabinet doors. It's a portable bucket that has our sprayer nozzle in there. It also has two 5-gallon tanks, and that way it can have 10 gallons worth of water. And we also bring 3 additional gallons for drinking, and then we can use this one over here on the right. We can use that for either more drinking water or to fill up for dishwater. The dishwasher is heated thanks to a hot water for a fish tank. It's a fish tank heater, and so it works really great. It keeps the water about 95 degrees or so, which is just fine for doing the dishes. And so all I do is pull that dish pan out, put it right here like this, and then just pull the sprayer out and do the dishes. So one of us washes and one of us dries, and it makes it really convenient and easy to then also put the dishes away straight from here as well. Once we get done, it makes it easy to pivot and turn. And then you notice that we can put it like this for the dinner table, and then also it squeezes right back here like this. And that way, if you guys ever see me cooking while Scott's driving down the road, it's in this position. It keeps everything secure right here. It doesn't move around too much. And then also the plug is right there, which is also how we get power to the pumps for our water pumps to get out the water. And so now if you move just a little bit further back, you notice also the cabinet doors. We've taken the cabinet doors off of the hinges because it allowed us to just have a bigger feeling space, have operation right to everything without having to open the doors. The cabinet doors always, the latches always break on them, and it just becomes more tedious, monotonous, annoying, and it's really a false sense of security. You guys, those cabinet doors aren't going to keep anything in if you have to break hard or anything like that. We have never had anything fall out except for maybe twice the skillet, and that's because it wasn't put back in place correctly to lock it in place. But we have these storage totes. It makes it great. That's our pantry. The first one I have dried goods in, and then I have other things like my coffee stuff, my coffee supplies, to have my steeper mug and my electric tea kettle, my gloves, things like that that we are using daily that I need to be able to grab easily. And then right down here we have a pot rack, and that's storage for our plates, our bowls. I just lined it with some foam, and that way things held in place and didn't wiggle and jiggle. And then I have my coffee grinds and stuff for my coffee. Makes it really convenient. Every minute saved makes a huge difference in the day of a life of team drivers, and it's just so much more comfortable to do so. And then if you move over in this part of the cabinet, there are baskets in here, and there's additional supplies in there. So there's like a cutting board, some soup cups, some foil. It has Willow's food in there, some things like that. Now if we jump to the other side of the truck, so we added more shelves in the cabinets, took the doors off, and that really gave us more storage. We just made plywood shelves and put some screws in the side, and it allows them to rest on there. They stay in place. We have our electric skillet on there, so it's easy to take in and out. And we do pack the electric skillet using the grip stuff, so we also keep extra of this kind of hanging out, sitting around. This really helps if you are cooking while your teammate is driving, or when you're sitting, if your truck has a bad idle. This keeps it from things sliding around and moving around. But this is also between the skillet lid, and then we have a bungee holding the skillet lid on there with the cord inside, so it stays in place. And then we have the Instant Pot air fryer. This thing is a game changer. So there is an air gap between the back, and this shelf right there also has a gap, so that way the heat can come up and out. And just a little added thing that I did, I put some removable wallpaper on the side of the cabinet, so that way it looks more like a wood grain. And then I also took foam board and put Velcro and Velcroed it to the side of there, because I didn't want the stuff to scratch up, bang around, so it acts as insulation for heat, for just bumping around from grease, from splatter, from noise, things like that. And it also looks nicer. It's been up here for 2 years, so some of it's starting to get a little rough, but it just shows like it really helps, and it makes it really convenient and it can be done. We haven't had any problems with anything getting too hot, and we pretty much cook everything in our truck from breakfast to a great big Thanksgiving feast. So moving down here, we have extra containers. So this is my oil and vinegars. This is for fresh produce and things like that. And then moving in here, we have the spice cabinet. And so I can pull these out. They lock in there. It helps keep it a little bit more organized. And then when I'm cooking, I can set those right underneath the table right there. Then I also have flour and sugar and cornstarch and other things like that in there. And you guys, you always have to have a little bag of condiments because you can really spice up your cooking for free. All right, moving right down to the fridge. You guys, the fridge also can be really organized with little containers. You can fit so much more food in by putting these containers in there. Not only that, but if there is a mess, something spills, especially your meats, it allows the mess to be contained and it doesn't continue to make a bigger problem and spill out of the fridge and just have to clean up a huge problem. It's really easy to take out one container, clean it, and get back to business. All right, so how do we store it all up? How do we pack it up? So everything primarily stays just like it is, except for our table. So our table does pop apart. So I'll go ahead and pull that apart. So it just lips off like this. The arm, and how we built this is a Lagoon table. We just added the tabletop to it, to this metal bracket, which you can get offline. And we just tuck it right behind the seat like so. It stays right there. All right, so this slides just right down here, and it also allows a little cushion buff zone for the Dr. Pepper boxes. We keep them right there. That way it's really easy to make sure there's always a cold box of Dr. Pepper in the fridge for Scott. But that's an overview of our trucker's kitchen. We also, on the top bunk, have an additional electric refrigerator, and that's for mostly the spring to the fall time when there is a ton of extra produce and we really like to eat farm fresh food. Right now we're eating a lot of stuff that we have frozen or canned from the summer, fall, and things like that. But coming up in May, we will get right back to farm fresh eating. We'll have a lot of like lettuce, spinach, strawberries, blueberries, apples, all kinds of stuff the whole season long. And we just found out for having fresher produce, we needed some extra space, and it would keep the lettuce a little fresher and not hog up the refrigerator space. So that is our trucker's kitchen. I hope it is helpful for you guys. I hope it encourages you guys to build your own trucker's kitchen. That way you can start cooking in the cab, because the savings are astronomical. Like, did you know that you could save on average $1,000 a month by cooking in the cab? All right, you guys, so get out of the truck stop and start cooking in the cab. Bye.